Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? Them, it's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we are back with another disturbing and insane video for you today. As you can see from the title, a 9-year-old child, a 9-year-old girl, and 3 other adults have been shot in East London, Dalston to be specific, in a drive-by shooting. Insane. Where are we? Is this London? Or is this Chicago? Is this London? Or is this the favelas in Brazil? Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Now, obviously, let's be real here. Brazil, all that is much, much worse. But this is just wild. The regularity and the consistency of shootings and stabbings happening in London and England is just mind-blowing. Now, before I get into the whole video, don't mind my appearance. I literally come back from work. I'm a busy guy, man, working all the time. I had to wear a shirt today at work. I got my hat on, my hair. I ain't got my hair retwisted yet. I look like a mess, but don't watch all that. I just wanted to get this video done as soon as possible and bring some more awareness to this story. This story is breaking. The story has made it to the mainstream news, so a lot of people do know about this, but it's important that I talk about it and give my opinion on it and give my stance on it. So, you know the drill, guys. If I can just get you to like the video for me, it will really help push the video out to the wider audience. Takes half a second. If you like me, if you like my content, please consider pressing that subscribe button. It's free and you can always change your mind. It's road to 100K. But yeah, we'll see how long it takes to get there. Press the bell to be notified because I'll be dropping videos in the AM and the PM anytime. So as you can see on your screen right now, it says Hackney shooting. Girl, 9 years old, fighting for her life after being shot in drive-by while enjoying family meal in restaurant. Witnesses said gunman riding on a stolen motorbike sprayed bullets towards diners who died for cover. A 9-year-old girl is fighting for her life and 3 adults are in hospital after a drive-by shooting outside a restaurant in East London. Eyewitnesses saw a gunman on a motorcycle which police believe was stolen spray bullets in the direction of the diners before speeding away down the road. The girl had been eating inside the restaurant with her family when gunfire erupted, Detective Chief Superintendent James Conway told a press conference. Customers inside dived for cover under the tables or hit the floor in scenes of chaos at Evin Turkish restaurant on Kingsland High Street, Dalston. Police, including firearms officers and London Ambulance, raced to Hackney at 9:20 last night. The child and 3 men aged 26, 37 and 42 suffered gunshot injuries. The 3 men who were sitting outside the restaurant were taken to hospital for treatment where their conditions are stable, although one potentially faces life-changing injuries. The youngster, described by police as an innocent victim, remains in a critical condition, and the other victims are not as seriously hurt, the Met said. At this early stage, no arrests have been made. The stolen bike was later found dumped at Culverston Crescent. Now guys, before I carry on and give you some witness statements in the same article, I want to talk about this incident. Obviously, this is pure insanity. This is a normal day in London. This ain't new, but I'm not gonna allow myself to get desensitized to this. I'm not gonna allow my audience, my subscribers, to get desensitized to this. Just because it happens every day, and it has been happening every day since I was a kid, but I'm not gonna allow myself to just get used to this, even though I am used to this. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because when we get used to things, when we get used to seeing war, when we get used to seeing madnesses happen across the globe, when we get used to seeing homeless people on the street, we get complacent, don't we? We're like, happens all the time. Man, them get shot every day. You know them ones there. Man, them get stabbed every day. You feel me? Like, it's one of them ones. You get, there's homeless people. I gave a homeless person £1 10 years ago. Yeah, there's too many now. You know what I'm saying? So it's that we get used to things. We get complacent. But I swear to God, I'm not going to let my audience get used to this. We need to acknowledge how foul this actually is. Drive-by shootings happening in busy high streets. Do you know? If you don't know East, if you don't know that high street, yeah, it is popping. It is vibrant. It is heaving. Is it not? Elias flipping half term right now. So you got kids out. You got families out. You have to be so stupid to do something like this. Not only because you're not going to get away with it, but because you literally, like, what's your intention here? I've got 2 theories. The first theory is that it involves the restaurant. Obviously, the Turkish restaurant was targeted. So therefore, perhaps it's the owner. Perhaps it's someone who works at the restaurant. What are they dealing with? What are they doing behind the scenes that's got someone so irate, that's got someone so mad that he's targeted the shop? So theory 1 is that it's a message to the shop owner or whatever, and he sprayed up the shop indiscriminately. But if that's the case, yeah, you have to be extra stupid. Because if you're just sending a message, then fire at the shop when it's empty. Now, obviously, I'm not encouraging people to do these things, obviously. I have to remind people of that, because people in my comment section, some people are really slow. They think just because I say certain things that I'm encouraging. No, bro, no. But the reality is, if you're gonna, what am I gonna do? I can't stop people shooting people or stop people shooting up restaurants. So if you're sending a message, why couldn't you just shoot the restaurant up when it was empty? Why couldn't you shoot it up at 1 a.m. when no one gets hurt, and then the owner knows, oh shit, okay, my restaurant got shot up. Lucky no one's in here. This must be to do with X, Y, Z. This may not be the theory. I'm just guessing. Another theory is it was targeted. So the person was aiming for someone. So the person got the drop, got intel that his enemy or the target was at this restaurant, and he's pulled up and he's just sprayed, seeing the target, but he just hit the target and maybe hit 3 others. Do you know what I'm saying? Either way, it's ridiculous. Imagine, yeah, it turns out that none of those people are the target, and the person just shot 4 people in a quadruple shooting on a drive-by. For what? And you hit a 9-year-old girl for what? If this girl passes away, if this girl loses her life, you are now looking at murder. For what? Bro, I mean, at the end of the day, this is 4 attempted murders anyway. I don't give a shit if you were aiming at the sky or just trying to send a message or whatever. You hit 4 people and you knew the damage that a bullet can do. So when this person gets caught, I expect to see him in jail for a quadruple attempted murder. And hopefully that's a minimum 30, 40 years. But in this country, he'll probably get 10 years, 15 years max. You know, the ones that our country's a joke. We are in the wild, wild west. Every single day, I need to start, I mean, I'm praying most days now, but I need to start praying that I walked in the door safe. You know what I'm saying? I need to start praying that I got home safe. You know, one of them ones there, because I don't know when I could go. I talk about people on YouTube. While I reply to positive comments all the time, I also cuss out the dickhead comments. So I've probably got enemies out there. You know, the ones there. I might do. But me, I ain't hiding. I'm walking on the street willy-nilly, no problem. But it's getting to that point where, boy, if I walk in the door, I need to be thankful. I need to be grateful. You've got 14-year-old boys losing their life from samurai swords. You've got 9-year-old girls caught in the crossfire. I did a video about, what was that Active Gang rapper? T-Scam. I did a video about T-Scam a couple of months ago, or last month, whenever, when he did a drive-by shooting with a shotgun at a funeral. Hit only women and children, bro. Not one man hit. Now, I'm not saying it's good that I'm glad a man weren't hit, but nonetheless, he was aiming for whoever and he hit women and children. Pathetic. A witness who was meters away when the attack happened told The Standard they saw a gunman on a black motorcycle in all black, face not visible, and shot what I remember to be 5 to 6 gunshots into the restaurant next door. They added, he drove off and a man on a bike ran towards the scene and looked utterly horrified. Business owner Ayo Adesina told The Standard he was around 80 yards away when rapid gunfire erupted. The 40-year-old said, I heard pat, 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 pat. There was a big crowd of people. There was a man on the ground. The paramedics were here pretty quickly. It's very reckless. Almost like it wasn't a targeted thing, indiscriminate. That's very irresponsible. There are so many people walking about, you get families in there. I've eaten there before with my family. It's a crazy thing. There would have been a lot of people who saw it. Another witness who was at Evin at the time said it was busier than usual before the shooting. There was a big group having dinner in the rear. I couldn't get my usual table, so I got one close to the front window. The big group paid up and left, and shortly afterwards, that's when the loud bangs, which were obviously gunshots, happened. He said that everyone dived onto the floor and under the tables, adding it was chaos. Now, that witness said something interesting. He mentioned the fact that a group of people paid and left, and that's when the gunman came. Is it possible that it was targeted and it was one of those and he hit the people that he was looking for? I have no idea. I ain't the feds, bro. I want the guy to get cool, but I ain't the feds. I ain't got no intel. All I've got is my brain and try and deduct and try and work out what's going on here. Look at the state of this country. Look at the state of this city. It's not about who's running parliament, because whoever's sat in that chair, whoever's sitting in parliament, whoever's running the country, they're still a puppet. Rather than building up youth clubs, they're tearing them down. Rather than giving struggling parents support, whether it's financial or with children, they'd rather watch you struggle. They'd rather take money from you. They'd rather charge you. They'd rather punish you. I just pray, and I will be praying tonight for this 9-year-old girl. I pray that this child pulls through, since she's the only one with critical condition. I obviously pray that others heal equally as fast, but that young, innocent child, 9 years old, I pray to God that she makes it through. I do not want to be reporting this story again and it turns out she's lost her life. Let me know your thoughts, man. I say it every video. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant. Peace.